Carlos Grassa in the solid black trunks. Michael Tchamou in the green with black trim. Huge reception for Tchamou here in his adopted home city of Newcastle. The first fighter from the northeast on the card today. And the crowd responding in kind. Big leg kick.
Yeah,
Tchamou.
You can see that power straight away. Nearly spins Grassa on the spot.
And you've got to be expecting Grassa to try and get this fight to the ground at some point. It is. Oh, there's a shot from Tchamou. Wasn't expecting that. Nice body lock there, and he drags him down to the mat, and he's going to expose his back as he tries to stand here. Might see a big suplex. He drags him back down, and nice control, and using that big power in the total position to land some nasty ground and pound.
Tchamou with that raw athleticism that you just can't teach.
Tchamou is looking for the back here. He really is. Grassa's going to have to turn into him to avoid that. You can see. And just using that power and the threat of that power to force his opponent to turn. It's really, really nice.
Right in front of us here at the commentary position, Michael Tchamou and Carlos Grassa. Big uppercuts from Tchamou there.
Grassa's trying to tie up a Kimura on the arms here, but
I mean, he's throwing head kicks from the back.
When you see that?
Certainly never a dull moment when this man has strapped on the famous yellow gloves. He's taken some kickboxing fights around his MMA career as well, I believe here in this very venue actually, and some of the knockouts I've seen this guy score, absolutely insane.
And there's the shot from Grassa. We're expecting it. He wants to try and get Tchamou on his back, take away his main strengths with those big power shots.
Yeah, Tchamou has the underhook on the left side, so it's going to be very difficult for Grassa to complete this takedown.
Yeah, it feels like more of a takedown of desperation here from Grassa.
Just switches the angle, look for him to switch back off to the single leg here. Oh, nearly gets the double leg.
Tchamou using that whizzer and a beautiful throw there.
Beautiful Haragashi.
Wow. And Grassa able to reverse it and get to top position. Tchamou turns to their knees, and Grassa's going to try and take his back now. A real reversal of positions from the first couple of minutes. And you've got to wonder whether Tchamou's exhausted himself a little bit with that incredibly intense barrage of grappling and attacks in the first couple of minutes. I mean, a lot of action happened already.
Beautiful Haragashi, he had a lot of power in it. He seemed to overthrow Grassa, and that's why he's in this back position here after a little bit of a scramble.
And this is where we have seen Tchamou vulnerable in the past.
I don't think anyone's seen a wrestling grappling match happening in this fight.
Yeah, exactly. Tchamou does need to be careful about Grassa sinking those hooks in. I think this is a smart move from Grassa, though. You know, you want to wait really until the second, maybe even third round to really try and control a position when you're going against someone quite as explosive and athletic as Tchamou is.
Nice knee there from Grassa. Trying to drag his man back to the mat with the hips, and he does.
One hook coming in. Over under, he's going to try and fish for the neck. This isn't a smart move. Really, give up that control on the back with only one hook in there. But Tchamou's defense really isn't, he's not moving here. He's not in a strong position, and he's not turning in. He's not trying to use the legs to pummel that leg off. There's it a little bit. He's got to be careful. The angle's not great, but if he doesn't move, it's going to give Grassa the ability to really lock in this position. Grassa now going to try and pass straight into mount. A minute left in this round.
Well, this is how Will Curry was able to stop Michael Tchamou, getting that mount, dropping elbows.
And I mean,
guys at Manchester Top Team have been watching that tape ahead of this one.
Complete reversal of dominance in the grappling from the first to second half of this round. And this is a super strong position for Grassa to be finishing this round in 30 seconds. He's probably not going to be able to finish the fight, but he certainly could if he starts landing some big elbows. And there's one. There's another.
I like the way he frames off Tchamou's face, drops the elbow in straight after. Get a lot of power with that.
The corner screaming at Tchamou to keep moving. He's got 10 seconds to survive here. It's likely he will, but looking for a big finish is Carlos Grassa. Saved by the bell there for Michael Tchamou, I think.
Wild round.
Wild round.
Overthrew Grassa and ended up on the bottom.
Well, no touch of gloves. Tchamou looking a little bit exhausted perhaps here in the start of this second round.
And we were expecting an immediate takedown from Grassa in it, and it pretty much came. First 10 seconds and he's back onto the back here. And if he can get back to a mount position with what, 4.5, even 2 minutes on the clock, we can expect to see a finish, I think. So Tchamou needs to be very careful about allowing Grassa to get to those super dominant positions again.
Yeah, look for a back mount here, if anything. I'd say the left hook's going to come in. He has the neck.
It looks like, for a second, it looked like Grassa is trying to get the arm around the neck, and then he's going to pull Tchamou backwards. If he can get this arm locked up, he's looking. We saw it in the first round. Grassa looks to lock up that rear naked choke without getting the control, and then look for the control afterwards. It didn't pay off in the first round, but if Tchamou's going to react even less than he did in the first, it could pay off in this second. One hook comes in, second hook comes in. He's on the back now.
Yeah, and I like the way he's keeping that foot in the inside of Tchamou's leg, just so he's not getting thrown off or spun off, I should say.
And Tchamou needs to turn now, and he missed this tiny opportunity to get out of this position, and it looks like Grassa's going to come back to the mount here. Tchamou picks up a half guard, and that was really important, but Grassa's going to try and take the back again. And Tchamou just needs to get his hips moving in the right places during these exchanges. You can see absolute no movement in the lower half of Tchamou's body, and it's allowing Grassa to slowly work his way back round to the back here. No urgency in these defenses from Tchamou where there really should be. Some really nice ground and pound.
Big shots here from Grassa too. I like that uppercut that he's throwing underneath the armpit and comes up to where Tchamou can't really see it, and when it lands bad because you can't see the punch whatsoever coming.
And Grassa makes a bit of a mistake here, moving around the side of Tchamou. It allows Tchamou to grab onto the legs and hit this reversal, and he's trying to take top position now as Grassa tries to feed that hand through to threaten something. He's looking for far side Kimura here, but I don't think it's a great option.
Be interesting to see what the plan is here for Tchamou. Does he want to take top position?
Oh yeah, it looks like it.
On the feet.
It'd be interesting to see how the judges are scoring this fight, let alone anything else, because tide is changing here now. Big Nick.
And that from Tchamou.
And that reversal was almost identical to the reversal that Tchamou did on Grassa just like 30 seconds ago. The difference is that when Grassa does it, he's doing it with much more urgency. He's already looking for the next positions. Tchamou's moving a lot more sluggish. He's giving up the back again. Grassa's going to come round. He's got to be careful. The hips are all over the place for Tchamou.
It's Grassa that's been doing the lion's share of the damage. Advance to those.
And I think Grassa's going to actually transition back to top position. There we go. I thought he might take the mount for a second. And with those legs wide open, we've seen that Grassa does want the mount framing on the inside of the leg here. I think Grassa, if given the opportunity, might look to take that mount again.
Trying to drop the elbows now is Grassa.
Tchamou has a knee shield just caught in here on the left side, not really using it, to create space. Just seems happy to stay here and get beat up at the minute, because Grassa's doing a nice job of framing on the face, dropping in the elbow, going to work again.
Right in front of head coach Carl Prince of Manchester Top Team. Listening to the instructions there is Grassa. And he's doing a number on Michael Tchamou now in this second round. Tchamou really needs to pull something out of the bag here.
Knee shield cleared. He's looking to tie up a Kimura on that far side. He tries to transition into the mount. And now how easy he gets the mount here is going to show us exactly how fatigued Tchamou is. You can see very little in terms of defense there, but there is a bit of defense from Tchamou.
Big shots there from Grassa.
But if Grassa really wants the mount here, he's going to transition. But why would he even bother right now? Because the ground and pound landing from this position could be fight ending.
See, if I'm Grassa and I'm being held in quarter guard, is what I sort of call it, it means Tchamou can't use his two legs on the bottom, so he's holding you in quarter guard. So I just sit in this quarter guard position and just tee off, because with Tchamou's legs tied up, he's never going to escape.
Yeah. Back to half guard now for Grassa, and he's just found a beautiful position here to land these big hammer fists from. And Tchamou's just eating all of these.
Teeing off here, and Mark Goddard taking a close look at this one.
And I think Tchamou's lucky that this is the end of the round here, because I think another 30 seconds here and it could be over.
And we said similar at the end of the first round down, saved by the bell. Certainly here in the second.
Has been that sidewalk slam from Grassa.
Oh, yeah. And there's the shot within 3 seconds of the round. Shot's a little bit slow here, and Tchamou has a chance to escape here.
Got to be careful of his neck, leaving it in.
And there's the takedown, comes straight into the mount position. This is a bad place to be.
Yeah, I don't think Tchamou has enough in the gas tank to even move out of this position.
I think we could be seeing a ground and pound finish here. He might look to give the back up, and Grassa might take it, but it's going to be completely his choice right now. He wants the back.
Grassa's looking for that gift wrap with that hand.
He's tying up the gift wrap. He wants to get his chest behind the tricep, but why not just throw some big ground and pound from mount instead?
Yeah, I don't think we're too long from the finish here if this keeps up.
Tchamou trying to use the cage to buck off and reverse, and he does, but can he get back to his feet?
And here's the back take attempt, and he just slips off there. And Tchamou tries to go for a takedown of his own. He has the body lock. Does he have enough energy in him? I don't think he does. Here's the takedown from Grassa again. And again, directly into the mount.
Harry Hardwick saying we can do this all day. They want their man back up, using that fence.
Yeah, I know some fighters do like to they actually give up their whole back when they're in this position, because there's an escape out. You give 3/4 way your back, you push down the knee, get back to half guard. There's a nice one, I can't think of his name, does he? Puts his forearm on the hip. So Damien Moy, you cannot take the back when you've got that in. So I would like to see Tchamou attempt one of those if he is giving up the back, but for the minute he's just getting beat up here in bottom mount. Yeah,
I think the speed that Tchamou is defending a lot of these transitions with, if he even exposes a little bit of his back, if the opportunity is there for Grassa, Grassa's going to take it.
I think with the way Tchamou's throwing up his arm straight here, there's an armbar there too.
Yeah, Tchamou is trying to hit that reversal exactly like he did earlier in this round. He's trying to circle off and get his feet on the fence. He's got to be careful about sticking his toes inside of it, though.
Tchamou caught over the further there from that elbow.
Yeah, surprised that it took that long with the amount of ground and pound that Grassa has been throwing his way.
Slicing elbows as well.
Is this an Americana attempt on the left side?
Yeah, I feel like just the way that Grassa is angling, a few occasions I thought that he might come off for an armbar. I mean, the Americana is going to be low percentage, but he might be using it to try and expose a little bit more of the back.
He's doing a nice job of using it as a holding position and to strike with the left, so Tchamou can't defend. Smart grappling, or smart ground and pound, I should say.
Tchamou with the arms clasped around the body now to try and keep tight enough. And I think we might see an armbar attempt here. And I think Grassa, after doing so much ground and pound damage, I'd love to see him with a finish, whether it comes from ground and pound. And you see how he keeps on giving this arm, and
all day long.
Grassa's bringing the topside arm around, and there are opportunities to armbar, but why would you bother when your ground and pound is going so successfully?
And Mark Goddard with a warning there to Tchamou to get out of this position. Big elbows coming in, and it's over.
Yeah. Good call from Mark, as always.
Doing Portugal and Manchester proud tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Mark Goddard, calls a stop to this contest after 3 minutes and 48 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner by way of TKO.